Om Lokaha Samastaha Suki no Bhavantu. May all beings be happy and peaceful. Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Phoenix here. Welcome to my channel. I have made a small fortune as an empath, and I believe that anybody can do the same, that we are all capable of cultivating our skills as empaths and applying them in the field of our choosing to meet with great success. And I'm going to share with you some of my insights along the way. Now, I made a large majority of my money as a trader and an investor, applying my intuition to charts and seeing the charts as collective emotions of the people and being able to interpret them in that way. And I'll go more into that in a moment here. That's sort of the next level. But first, we need to break down the concept of being an empath, because a lot of people think you either are or you aren't. But the reality is, we are born empaths, and children, they have that natural, they're able to connect with their peers, they're able to feel their emotions. They feel a lot and they share it very openly. But as adults, we tend to lose this ability because we don't cultivate it enough, or we shut it out for various reasons. Really, all empathy is being able to relate to other people, to connect and understand their emotions. So that requires a certain level of emotional intelligence. And how do we cultivate that? Well, any sort of mindfulness practice, including meditation, is going to help to tune into this empathic ability. And this is of immense value to society. Why is that? People want to feel acknowledged. They want to feel appreciated. They want to feel understood. So if you can fill this need for someone else, then they're going to want to scratch your back and they're going to help you on your path towards success. And this could be coworkers, it could be your boss, it could be any sort of relationship that you have. But being able to apply these abilities in various ways is what distinguishes some of the most successful people in the world from those who never really go anywhere in their chosen path. So most people have a general idea of what it means to mirror someone or to establish rapport, whether they acknowledge it consciously or not. These are various ways of relating to people. But empathy is about more than that. And let's just give an example. Let's say that you're going in for a job interview and the person who's interviewing you, you feel a really solid connection with this person. But as soon as you entered the building, you felt like something was off and you couldn't quite put your finger on it. And you saw some dissatisfaction from some of the other workers, and you saw that a few things were sort of out of place. And you felt it in your body in a certain way. And you ultimately decided not to take that job. And maybe the next week, an even better job opportunity came up and it completely felt right and everything aligned. And they ended up offering you even more money than the previous job. This is a perfect example of using your abilities as an empath to exercise your discernment to make decisions that are serving your highest. And there are so many examples of this in our daily life where we have the opportunity to exercise discernment and it can save us a lot of trouble. But if we aren't in tune with our emotions, if we can't read the energy and motion within us in response to what's happening around us, then it's not going to help us. It's like this dormant ability, and it's going to actually make our lives even more difficult. And so when it comes to reading the room, it's about understanding how you feel in certain situations, but also understanding maybe a job opportunity comes up for you and the pay is incredible. It's better than you've ever had before, but it doesn't feel aligned within you. And you think, how am I going to feel if I'm working this job a year from now or 5 years from now? Am I going to be happy? How am I going to feel emotionally? Putting the emotions as the top priority, because the emotions are actually guiding you. It's the energy and motion that's guiding you forward on your path and trying to align you in the highest possible way. So for me, as an investor and a trader, how I apply my empathic abilities is I interpret things differently than most other traders. I actually look at a chart and I look at all the candles and the patterns and I see them. I look at the overarching emotions that are being displayed by that chart. Now, I do have a certain I'm not a basic knowledge. I have a foundational knowledge of technical analysis. I can read a chart very well. But with that said, most of my big decisions are coming from my intuition. And that intuition is tied in directly with my empathic abilities, because I will get a read on the market as an entity. I will treat the entire market as if it were one person. Once I became successful as a trader, I started to really tune into the needs of other traders and investors and think about what problems they're facing, because I just went through them myself on my path of discovery. And how could I alleviate those problems? How could I make it easier for them? How could I be even more of service in a meaningful way? And this led me to become an influencer and to share content on YouTube, even though it was a real stretch for me to do that, and to create courses and to write books and so on. And so if there's something that you're passionate about and you find that it is useful in your life, then maybe, just maybe, somebody else will find it valuable as well. And so as a YouTube creator, for me, when I put out these videos, I don't know who's going to respond to it. I don't know how it's going to help them, but maybe, just maybe, it will trigger them in a way that will inspire them on their path to create something beautiful, and it will ripple out. And I'm trusting that just by sharing my gift of communication, that it will, and sharing my experience and my insights, that will be enough. It will be more than enough, and it will propel me forward, and it will open up even more opportunities for me that I never thought possible before. So a lot of people have huge visions, they have huge dreams, and they're rightfully so, and they're gifted in their own unique way. And even if other people haven't yet acknowledged those gifts, they're still there and they need to be shared. And the only way that we can really share them is if we are able to tune in to our emotions, to our emotional state. What is making me happy? What is truly making me happy? What activities bring me the most joy? What am I most passionate about? Because if I just simply start sharing that passion is going to seep through. There's not a lot of people that are passionate about being a mechanic. That's a very select group of people, but those mechanics are highly valued, because, especially the good ones, right? Because they're the ones that can keep you running on the road. And that's such a great service to be offering. So these truths, they're all so simple and so profound, but so few people follow them because they're disconnected from their hearts. And they've been programmed in various ways to believe that they need to do A, then B, then C in order to make money, or else they'll be a failure. And this is not true, but it is a very strong program. And of course, we are ultimately responsible for what we decide to believe, but it's not easy to escape that way of thinking for many people. And so we have compassion for them, and we lead by example. And so me sharing right now with you is just one small example, and hopefully that will inspire more of you to follow what's in your heart and follow your passions, because there are so many people out there that desperately need that. They need whatever it is that you have to offer, whether they know it yet or not, they need it. And so you need to go inside and have the strength and have the courage to bring that gift forward, to bring it through you, because that's going to be what's ultimately going to fulfill you more than anything else. And the money and all of the other external factors will follow that. Trust that. The more passion you have, the more you're going to pursue that passion, and the more you're going to want to share that in the most meaningful possible way. So I hope that you found this video helpful. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below, how you apply empathic abilities to meet with great success in your life, and how it's really helped you in your associations and maybe with your business and so on. Of course, if you want to learn more about my work, you can check out the links down in the description below. Have a beautiful rest of your day.